Stuff's all open on you. Most people's hamstrings are way closed. Then if I give you some length this way, feels good?
Mm-hmm. So you drive a truck for UPS?
No, I just load packages.
Where do you load
Probably
packages?
easier because they drive so crazy.
Romville,
Ron Brock?
What company?
UPS.
UPS. I worked for FedEx. The enemy.
It kind of replaced my workout.
Yeah. Dude, I still have shoulder injuries from FedEx. I was working there in Pennsylvania, and compared to Pennsylvania heat, I was impervious. I grew up in South Louisiana. They used to send me down into the belly of the beast to unload the trucks, and the sun's hitting down on the outside of that truck, and it was like 90 plus degrees in those trailers. And I would volunteer to go down there, and they're like, dude, you're crazy. Like, nobody wants to go down there. And I'm like, dude, it feels like Louisiana summer in there. Get out of my face. Like, that's normal at home.
Yeah, during the cold season like right now,
Is that pressure okay for you?
because the heat, they have heat there, but it's non-existent pretty much.
Yeah.
And as far as position,
There we go.
affecting the area?
It was a very, the place I worked at least, it was a very testosterone-laden environment. Like, I could easily have seen violence breaking out at any moment.
Exactly. And UPS is the same.
Yeah.
When a girl comes by, so most of the guys live there, it's I'm like, haven't you ever seen a girl before? Come on, man, act like you know me.
Yeah. I almost got in a fight with a guy on our slide one time. He just, I don't know, just very aggressive.
Is that even better? The hill? Yeah? Not the rocking or just constant pressure?
The rocking feels really good.
Whee!
That's good.
Yeah, I've got that video footage on an SD card. I need to like watch it and see what's on there. Ooh.
So what's the process? You tape and then you record over it?
So slowly what happens is Trent and Trent's friends and colleagues record my life. And they cut it into pieces, hoping that it will be entertaining to people.
It's like the Truman Show.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I've gotten so used to it now. Like, I film myself, I talk to people on social media, Instagram stories, whatever. We're also taking video footage and repurposing it. So, like, if there was a particularly good, like, little, interaction between you and I, we can cut like a little 2-minute clip out of the video to make that its own video. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You can watch the whole thing, but if this was an hour, not everybody's going to watch the whole hour. So, right there, how's that? Yeah,
Is that pressure good?
yeah.
You can add a little more.
But mostly it's just for promotion and just to show people the work. The more massage therapists and the public see it, the more they want it. So that, and the hope is they'll want to be as cool and attractive as I am. Yeah, kind of like that. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a compliment.
So yeah, we'll bring the Thai massage down to UPS and show them how to work on each other.
There you go.
And he's like, yeah, right. They're gonna throw boxes at each other and.
That would be fun to see. I'll let you do it.
Right. Ooh, how's that there?
When I put pressure on your right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good or bad?
There we go.
Not bad.
Not bad. That doesn't sound like good.
So I would think at this point there's probably about 1,000 YouTube videos on our channel, and then probably as many or close to it on my Facebook page. So we just keep producing video at a pretty staggering pace.
So you do private classes?
Sure. I don't do as many of them, but I do private trainings just in my studio in Round Rock when people ask.
Okay, and
Yeah.
what about just not classes? but
Sessions?
Sessions?
Yeah, do those as well. It's amazing what I'll do when people pay me, including get rid of my integrity. I'm like, you Doritos? Come here. I don't even eat Doritos, but I sure as hell will sponsor them if they pay me, you know. I'll put Dorito logo underneath this video in 2 seconds. Watch. You think I won't sell out? Watching me. Type of size jam, sponsored by Doritos.
Please go for something healthy. Amy,
Hey, we're looking for mass market here, okay?
something organic, you know.
Or do they
Non-GMO.
make an organic Doritos? Do they make that? They do make an organic Doritos? That's hilarious.
That's pointless.
Just like the Doritos, just like my grandma used to make.
That's real sensitive.
Yeah, right in there. Is it too much?
No.
Right in there. How's that? There we go. Yeah, products.
Move that around.
Well, we've had discussions because massage table companies can't sponsor me, and like massage cream companies can't sponsor me because I don't really use those things. And then massage mats are, around, but they're kind of few and far between.
No, you need to think out of the box.
Out of the box.
Yeah.
Thongs, bongs, frisbees, marijuana strains,
Foot
tequila, foot cream. There you go.
cream. Yeah, hand cream. It's t-shirts.
Every time merchandising comes up, I think of Spaceballs. Spaceballs 2, the quest for more money. Merchandising.
Or isn't there a little ball that you can use?
Sure,
Yeah, you could do put
tons
your
of stuff.
face on a ball.
But then we get to drop shipping. So if you're out there and you want to handle my drop shipping, please contact me because I'm busy. It's like, no, man, it's real easy. I'm like, no, it is easy. It's just time consuming. It's got to be, you got to set it up to ship people's widget through UPS. So James over there can struggle with whatever packages they're sent out from the facility all day.
No, you need to have the manufacturer do that for you.
Oh, see, she wants to outsource.
The middleman out.
You want me to outsource it to China?
Yep. So it'll take you 3 weeks to get it, not
How we doing in there? Yeah. So when I'm pressing on that, does that feel like it's helping that other portion of your leg, the sciatica, you call it?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
mean, it feels almost like that's a numb,
Yeah.
that it just hasn't had any circulation at all.
Yeah. Get a little crack in my ankle, but otherwise it's going right through that.
You could put some toenail polish on.
Toenail polish. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
Got to paint my toenails.
Yep. Gotta be branded in some way. Unique, right? Isn't that what it's all about? Maybe put a grill in when you're
A grill. There you go on my teeth.
gold,
Yeah.
gold grill.
And then I got to figure out, like, I definitely think if I could get Post Malone to sponsor us, that would be where we're. We only play Post Malone's music at the Time of Size Jam.
Your grill can say Thai massage jam.
Right there. Still tender.
Mhm.
There we go. But as I knead through it, does it feel like it kind of wakes up a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's just not as numb as it was before.
Sure. Kristen worked on my tricep, part of my deltoid back here, and I'm not having pain, but it feels like stiff. like it's immobile. Like the tissue isn't contracting and relaxing. It's just like stuck together.
Yeah, so when I talk to you, I know it's still painful, but it feels like more of a pressure
Yeah.
pain.
Do 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 do. How's that?
Awake.
There we go. Awake.
Yeah.
And how's this through your adductors?
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay.
Something popped in my low back.
Okay. And when you felt it like shift, just a little clunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Feels good though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use a ball. I have a therapy ball
Yeah.
that I roll on, and it, oh gosh, it cracks and pops like it's just all gnarly down there.
A little bit right there.
Ooh, that's super sensitive.
Tender.
Where your hand was, yeah. You moved off of it.
Not too much.
Mm-mm. See, your patients can have T-shirts of "I've been healed."
You've been hailed.
I've been healed.
Well, if we have conversations long enough, we start about starting a cult.
Oh, there you go.
Because that's where the money is, because then you're tax exempt, right?
Right.
And then we're in Texas and they push too far and they say, you can have a compound. And I'm like, whoa, whoa. They burn down compounds in Texas. Like you don't,
right.
you could be you could have a ranch, don't have a compound in Texas in a cult. That's not, yeah,
Right.
you don't put those two things together. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. Don't move to Waco.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Do not say, I'm a cult leader. You put that on your IRS tax form?
Yeah. But you could have a T-shirt that says "Drink the Kool-Aid."
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, Jonestown.
I feel like Jim Jones would come
Yeah.
get me. How's that?
Ooh, that's good.
Comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I mean, in our society, haven't we all drank the Kool-Aid?
Yes. Religions are just cults whose leaders died.
Well, unless you're a Catholic, right? Then you just move them around.
Right there. How's that? Is it too much in the hamstring?
Mm-mm.
Or does it feel like it's accessing back in the
It's
posterior?
accessing in the glute.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now, when I roll you over, it still feels good on your back there?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Too much? Dying to see what this multi-camera setup does, man.
Fucked it up already.
Well, if I knew we were going to be filmed, I would have worn more makeup.
See, but what you do is, and this is what I learned, if any of you at home are trying to increase your social media production, if you take out the camera, it makes everybody uncomfortable. If you just set up the cameras and record everything, they relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And then plus, like I started recording my classes and I realized, Beth, there was a weird, like hidden gem inside recording my classes. So there was a thread and somebody was like, I didn't like Robert Gardner's class. And they were like, well, tell us why. Like it was a big long thread.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, Robert Gardner said he's going to teach people who don't have licenses. And I, for one, think anybody who does what we do should have a license. And I went in and said, hey, wait a second. I have a subscription service, and that recording is on the subscription service. You can actually go in for free for your first month and see exactly what I said. I'm like the police. I record myself now. You can't just make up stories about what I said in class. There you go. There you
that's
go.
another thing you can market. You can have like a police hat on. That
A
says,
police hat.
Yeah, that says, Thai massage.
I'm in the Thai massage police.
Yeah. I'm here to heal you.
Just relax.
Hold the edge a little bit, get my bearings here. Take my socks off, that'll help. Don't be scared, take a shower.
Have you ever done a fire walk?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they don't like you to take pictures or record you
Yeah, really, why?
because people get burned that way.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's like, oh, okay,
Hmm?
It's good shit.
Did you get it to work?
Really good shit.
Did you get it to work?
No, I mean I fucked up earlier.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
How's that?
Turn the radio home?
Yeah.
There you
well.
go.
That was a pop.
Yeah. Let's have you turn over onto your front, onto your belly. Yeah, I think, the camera stuff, like, I'm trying to think, like, I get irritated when my batteries run out. Oh, Trent, did I tell you I got new batteries?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I felt like a total gangster. I went on Amazon, got a couple SD cards and like 4 batteries and 2 chargers. But the new batteries actually fit. So when I press the little button, so it just slides out. The other ones would stick, and I had to like shake the camera. So I spent like 6 months doing this for 5 minutes every time I wanted to change a battery. Now I'm like, oh my God, this is the life. Whoop, it just shoots out. I'm like, oh, this is the life. And I have four batteries? Oh my God, I'm a gangster now. I have arrived. It's like videography heaven. It's like equipment that actually works. Right there along your sacrum. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Is that too much?
Mm-mm.
First thing I did, I forgot to restart the router. Second thing, I threw the iPad on the ground and it turned the stream off.
You threw what on the ground?
Is this too
iPad.
much or is this okay?
What, the what? That?
Go back
Yeah.
and forth?
Turned it off.
Is this okay if I just go back and forth, or is that too much?
But now it's running and you turn it back on?
Yeah, I just turned it back on. Which is like no big deal, but we lost whatever there was.
So now,
But we still have the data. And I forgot, I bought recording. So technically speaking, we could be recording on all 3 cameras and then have Zorks put together a movie.
Ooh.
does it feel like what I
Ooh.
That's a burn.
Ooh. Ooh. Is it too much?
Nope. Yeah, it just feels like a raw nerve.
Seabass, you're gonna have to watch this over, man. It's just too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut pretty well. It's nice and tight.
Right there.
Mm.
Not too sharp?
Nope.
If I'm holding that spot right there, that's a good amount of pressure?
Yes.
Okay. If I shear up towards your head or down towards your tailbone, which works better?
Up towards my head is more of an intense.
Okay. So what do you think about there?
Sure.
There we go. Now if I would shear over towards your sacrum or a little more laterally.
I think more towards the sacrum.
Okay, so right in there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
One of the challenges with video is giving just enough for them to want more.
direction good?
I still have interesting thoughts about it sometimes because I don't really segment a lot of information. I just, put stuff out on social media and don't worry about it too much. I think the difference is you'd have to have a really dedicated fan who would sit down and watch all of it. Like, I think they just watch 4 or 5 videos, decide where they like it and where they want to buy whatever it is you're selling,
Hey, Seabass, what do you say about going full mule?
What? Full meal?
Full meal, yeah.
Never go full meal.
Never go full meal.
What is that in reference to?
But I don't know what that means.
I don't know why you would ask me that.
Is that reference to the full Monty?
It's like never go
Sure.
100%. Keep it about 90.
No dessert for you.
What does Robert Downey Jr. say in Tropic Thunder?
You try to get the string cut off, huh?
I can't believe they're making another Top Gun.
He said
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Well, it's Tom Cruise making it.
I mean, Tom isn't my favorite actor, but it's okay.
Well, I'm just saying he's trying to create his own, continue his own fame, obviously.
More money.
Can they not make another Mission Impossible?
They are.
Oh, there we go.
Plus there's Top Gun 2, which only true Top Gun fans ask for.
Are we still waiting for Super Troopers 2? No, I can't.
No, it went like straight to DVD, like theater also.
Well, I'm surprised you caught it.
Ooh. Ooh.
This is so
Ooh.
interesting because even a full body massage isn't going to get into this deep layer.
Say that again?
I said even a full body massage isn't going to get into this deep layer. It's like almost like you're separating the muscle and getting deeper in there.
Massage therapists don't believe me.
That's not my promo. Say that one more time.
Believe it?
No, it also
Testify.
it depends on how the therapists work as well. Like, there's not really a huge amount of difference between the stuff I was doing on a table and the stuff I do on a mat. It's just style, I guess. It's almost like, you make me think of reggae because of the dreads. It's almost like reggae or like punk music. It's just a different style, but they're both music. It's the same thing. Like, it's not that I denigrate other kinds of massage. I just find this to be more advantageous more rapidly for the clients, and that it was easier on my body.
Well,
Say
there's
that
a
again?
distinction though. There's reggae, then there's Bob Marley.
Say that again? You think of them as different people?
Well, there's reggae, right?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's just like, there's
Massage therapists don't
rock and roll, and then there's John Lennon. There are people that are totally unique and in their zone. You're in the zone.
Oh my God. I just felt myself elevate spiritually. I need to hang out with J.P. Sears. I'm more spiritual than everybody in this room. I'm ultra spiritual.
Well, you're experienced and you've got a lot of good techniques.
A lot of practice. It was a real double-edged sword. I don't wish chronic pain on anybody, but I learned a whole lot about pain management for like musculoskeletal conditions just from being in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a deeper resonance with people in pain. I could communicate with them, talk to them, try to work with them. And that sort of bond that was formed with the clients, the ones who liked what I did were very rabid. So that worked well.
Okay, here's the distinction. There are entertainers, okay?
Yeah.
And there are musicians. A musician will write a song, will play instruments, but an entertainer is going to buy a song. That make sense?
Yeah. The other side of the coin, like Trent and I talk about success a lot, and like if I did consulting work, Sebastian, and you said, hey, I got this problem, I got a business, and I'm like, okay, how much ad budget do you have? And you're like, $10,000. I'm like, boring. But when you come to me in poverty with an idea, and you're like, I have no ad budget, I'm like, let's go, let's do it. And the thing is, it's because I like the obstacle. I like the underdog. I like taking people out of poverty and like, come on, let's go. Yeah. Because then it's like, you got to improvise. You got to be creative. You got, yeah, it's like, I mean, I just think like a lot of rappers, for instance, I think a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them just get soft. If they get money and fame, there's no, what's the struggle for? It's like, well, I want to get more money and fame? I mean, maybe, but yeah. When all you have is a dream, like I've seen a lot of bands, like they'll fill out a stadium, they're making millions of dollars. But if you talk to them, they talk about, do you remember when we were playing in my mom's basement? It's like they're reminiscing to like a simpler time.
Yeah. When they were forced to be innovative.
Yeah.
I didn't forget where they came from.
Too much right there?
You're finding all the pain points, that's for sure.
Alright, you're gonna go face down?
With the last remote too.
Are you switching the angles?
Ooh.
It's kind of like, Robert, do you want to make a lot of money and teach retreats in Hawaii? I'm like, sure. I'm like, you don't seem to be fixated on making money. I'm like, I think I would be more happy if people in sub-Saharan Africa started writing me and saying they were studying with me on their cell phones. Helping people in their village. It's like, I mean, I need enough money to live well, but you know, I would like to get a new Honda. It's got like 170,000. It's cramping on my style. It's just, I don't put my car in my social media because it wouldn't give me any street cred. You know what I mean?
I know, I'm driving a minivan. I'm trying to hit my like, wait, are you too late for soccer practice?
Robert, you just need to think outside the box.
Yeah.
You need to go to the Lexus dealership. Test drive some cars just
Yeah.
like that.
Have you ever seen, do you know the rapper Lil Dicky?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, and I love his like his spot in the rap community, like in the hip hop community.
He can go harder, but he likes
Yeah.
he likes to parody.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was like saving that money.
Yeah.
Because it's a perfect example of like, he doesn't have a lot of money, so what he does is in the beginning of the video, he's going up knocking on people's door so he can use their mansion to shoot a hip hop video. And then he goes to a car dealership and gets like a Lamborghini and like is riding in a Lamborghini. And then for the video portion of like people dancing in the background, he goes to another rapper's video shoot and uses his background models for his video. And it's like, but he gives credit to all the people that, you know, put it in the video or whatever. It's just such an interesting look at, you know, resourcefulness. Like how do you solve a problem without having a lot of resources?
Thinking it before you make it.
Yeah.
Rusk.
You get the other one?
Mm-hmm. Nice view.
Too much there?
Yeah.
Just a little bit?
Mhm.
When I backed off a little bit and that little bit of shake, that's good?
Mhm.
Okay.
Have we done you any good?
I can't believe that it feels this raw
Is it less
still.
tender?
A lot.
Okay, good, good. I'm curious, if you sit up, so your hips are square and your shoulders are square.
So are you right on the piriformis?
So I may be hitting a little piece of it, but I'm probably a little closer to gluteus medius and your gluteus maximus.
Okay.
And then they're like layers, right?
Yep.
Because some of the muscles like overlap and, you know.
This is a spot we could get on,
Is that better?
you could lay on a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, something like that. Find that little spot,
Better?
you know.
Thank you, One True Villain MS on Twitch, whoever's following me.
So it'd be like, all right, I got some ball under here. Find that spot. It's like, oh God, that's that spot.
So, have you
And
ever
then
heard of
just
Dr. Dot?
Yes.
And slow. And as you breathe and as
You
you
do
relax,
anything with her?
that wall's gonna sink
I don't do anything with Dr. Dot, and her posts are verboten from the Facebook group that I run. Because Dr. Dot has this video where she like bites on people,
Right.
and massage therapists share it because they're angry about it, you know, and it like gets millions and millions of views, and I'm like, man, if I could just get them to get that angry about what I do.
Anything else? Anything else need work?
I feel amazing.
Yay!
That's crazy.
You want to get out of here?
No. Is it time or?
Yeah, it's overtime.
I didn't know.
We went into overtime.
What? Oh, okay.
You gotta go?
I'm chilling.
Yep.
How much longer we gonna go? No.
Probably good.
Okay. I gotta go to the east side.
So how often should I have this done, you think?
If you could afford it, daily.
What?
Oh, massage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how often would you have it done?
Hells yeah.
I think if you were getting like a full session with me, I think in a couple sessions I could probably get you over the hump, and then you just go to maintenance, and then it's just a matter of like, what you can do regularly financially. Most people though, if they're not having any specific issues, I think even like a session a month would be good,
I don't know.
And how much do you charge?
I usually charge $240 for the session, for the 3 hours.
Oh, it's 3 hours.
Yeah. At least that's how I prefer to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll make it, distinctions, or
Okay.
I'll change it a little bit depending on what the
Figure out
issue is.
password.
And occasionally I'll work with someone, then they just don't need the full 3 hours. So right there, how's that?
You to log into it?
That's good.
Yeah, I got a new phone.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it says admin, not server.
Mobile again?
Yeah. Like, mind blowing.
What's that?
Cause my back was bothering me for a minute.
See? Y'all gotta take turns when you're doing shooting these jabs.
Where'd you end up finding that program at? That's pretty dope.
What's up?
That program, where'd you find that at?
Well, this program has cost me, I don't know how much so far, but
Look at you, you got a whole little,
Yeah, that setup's incredible,
that
especially
is
going
very
off of iPod.
sexy. What is that software?
it's called Terror Deck.
Tear deck.
I don't know how much this one's cost. Today it cost me like $30, but
You
probably.
go to Pirate Bay?
What's up?
You
Oh,
go-
I wish. There's no iOS
No,
apps for
no,
Pirate Bay.
no, not Pirate Bay. That's Pirate Bay.
I gotta figure out what my stupid freaking email is.
You have
Cash App?
Yeah, I was about to say, I got a cash out.
All right, there we go. Cool. Just do that. How do you scan from this?
I'm not sure. Here we go. Here we go.
What the hell?
Don't ask.
Right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know where'd that go? Where'd that come from?
The name for it.
The money. I don't know.
It went through.
Cash money.
This spot isn't as tender, is it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, didn't think so.
I thought it came from. Personal cash. See you later, man.
Coming up.
Thanks for coming out, Sebastian.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, how's that? Let's give you a minute to sit on that.
What'd you say?
Do you want to go to Vegas
When?
at the end of April?
For what? How long?
NAV?
Vegas is pretty cheap. You go to the right place.
Can I turn the mic off?
Well,
Or-
let's do a closeout.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were still running or not. There we go. Yeah. So the live class starts on Tuesday. If you want to get on that, I'm sure there's a link down here below. Again, it's $100 if you're not a subscriber. You want to go ahead and join that subscription service to get the coupon code for 50% off. It'll be $50. We're going to be teaching live, interactively, going over stuff with students. I'm likely going to be wearing a Bluetooth so I can take phone calls during the broadcast. Nobody will be able to hear you talking to me, but I'm going to read the questions out loud. So it's going to give you a chance to kind of work with me interactively. The other portion is you're going to be working with another licensed therapist to give and receive each time we get together for 2 hours. So I'll see you for that, and also just join our subscription service. There's about 500 hours of my curriculum and instruction there available for you. It's $7 a month, but your first month is free. Thank you guys tuning in for the Time Massage Jam.